Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with two out.
Third base.
Here comes Austin Riley. And a foul ball.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity.
Now this one's into the outfield, and it could score two. One run across, headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. So runner at second, 2 down. And now Matt Olson up to hit. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. Here comes Riley. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single. It's 5-0. Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. Off the mark there. And it's 1-0. And there's the ball.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Raging back towards the wall. Out of here. Into the planter. Out in center. Home run. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a pair. It's 7-0.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall.
2 outs, base is empty. Now in for the Braves, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Now pitching for St. Louis.
On the ground.
Number 36.
Gorman throws on to first. That one ends the onslaught and the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 7-0. Back here in Atlanta, here's the catcher, Pedro Pajes. On the ground to third. Throw on to Olson, and a quick out, number 1. Michael Hellman next up for the Cardinals.
First baseman, Michael Hellman.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 out, base is empty. That's in there. 0-2 now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. This one in the air, center field. Kelnick. He's got it, and there's 2 away. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, Victor Scott. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. That one fouled off. Foul ball still 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next pitch is outside. That one missed.
Well, he might have to look for a different put away pitch right here 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Kicks and fires. That one almost got him.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
2 outs. Ball
Nope,
one there.
that's a ball. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground, right side, Chisholm tosses to first. That's the 3rd out. So 1 left for the Cardinals. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul.
You know, these Braves really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook. A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
So, man aboard, Jeremy Pena next up for the Braves. That one misses. 1-0.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the
Gorman. Here's Wynn for 1. Over to first, safe. And now the catcher comes up to him. Chadwick Trump. He popped out his first time. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Safe in second, and that was not close.
Well, I'm sure that still will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
On to first, 2 away. Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Ronald Acuna Jr. will hit next. 1 for 2. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. This one smoked, could be trouble. Coming home. He'll score.
Just so sound in his mechanics. It's against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now, Jared Kelman. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Grips one to right, and that's a fair ball. Coming home. He will score. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily. Man at second here with 2 away. Here's Austin Riley.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1.
That misses, and it's 1-1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out. And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That's off the inside corner, and that is ball 1. And another ball.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Smoke to right center, and this one's going to go out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. His 18th home run of the season, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 12-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
We take another look as StatCast tells us that ball took off at 110 miles an hour.
And plenty of distance as well. I mean, that was an impressive home run, Boog. He squared it up and knew it was gone.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Michael McGreevy won't go any further, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. New arm on the mound for the Cardinals, Tank Hence.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Ozuna stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Slings to first. Ozuna is out. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen, but not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run homer. 3 innings complete. You're watching Atlanta Braves baseball on the Show South.
For St. Louis.
It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Singy, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels, and I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome. Perfect example right there. A hitter who hits the ball on the outside part of the plate the other way has to trust his hands and let the ball travel a little bit deeper.
Fouls one off out of play back to our left. Every once in a while, they'll work that same trick on a veteran player.
No
if,
balls, 2
say,
strikes.
he's been cold or hasn't hit a home run in a long time. And that's always fun when you don't see it coming at all, and everybody in the dugout goes crickets on him.
Yeah, and that veteran player's usually got a response for those individuals with one or the other hands.
Walker in the box now. No balls and a strike. Next offering is in for a strike. That was your worst start one year. Didn't you start like 3 for 33 or something?
Oh, it was awesome. It was, I mean, it was
3.
No, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. The Cards leave 1. And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Outside low, and that's ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Slider for a strike. Hence, 22 years old, and he was a second-round pick in 2020. And a swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Here goes the runner. Pitch
1
inside.
ball, 2 strikes.
Safe in second, and he easily steals the bag. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Ball, that's outside.
That one ran inside, almost got him. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That's a tough one to swallow right there. If you're on the mound, you're ahead in the count 0-2, and you just couldn't find a way to put them away. It's going to be frustrating if that one comes back to bite it.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Nootbaar moves under it. Makes the grab. And there's one away. Back when they started construction on Truist Park, Freddie Freeman and Hank Aaron laid down ceremonial bricks, but the first brick was put down by Eustace Morris. He's the same person who laid the first stones for Old Fulton County Stadium and Turner Field. Trump stands in here, trying to hold back his swing there. But went around. Fought off foul.
Like you said, Boog, the Braves have really done a great job of honoring their history here at Truist Park. When they had their first game, Hank threw out the first pitch to former manager Bobby Cox, and they both have statues in Monument Garden.
Dunks one down, base hit. The throw in, but it's offline, and the lead continues to grow. Back to the top of the lineup, Ronald Acuna Jr. next up for the Braves. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. Runner from second scores as they add on. And next for Atlanta, Jared Kellner. First pitch misses. Trump at second. Acuna over at first with one away. Left field. Scott settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's two down.
Now batting, third baseman.
So first and second with two outs. Here is Austin Riley. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. Grounded to Gorman. Gorman throws on to first. And that'll keep more runs. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mason Wynn. And first offering is fouled off.
You know, these Cardinals just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
Pages stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And there's 2 away. Michael Hellman digs in now. That's a strike. It's 0-1. Foul ball there.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
Good job to fight that one off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Into center. And that'll get down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
He went up there and got it with 2 strikes. I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
And a strike. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. Pitch misses there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 the count.
And down on strikes. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
For the Braves, first baseman
Hence back to work. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball
Counts 1-0.
Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Matthew Liberator, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go.
2 balls,
and the
no
next pitch
strikes.
is way outside.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
On the ground right side, Gorman throws on to first. And Olsen is set down. Here's Marcell Ozuna. He's already homered in this game. That misses the
That's
zone.
inside.
And that's ball one. Base is empty, one away. Last half of inning number 5. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
That clips the corner. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, there's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. There's a swing and a drive. That one is back. See you later. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 16-0. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout.
Pitching for St. Louis.
So 2 away with nobody on. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Jeremy Pena. Right through there for a strike. In the air out to center, Gorman on the move. That'll drop in as he plays it on a hop. And that extends the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Hit in the air left field. Ciani brings it in, and that'll do it. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. 5 innings complete. Back at Truist Park, top 6. Now batting Michael Ciani. And first offering is fouled off.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Right side. Jazz tosses to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th. So up next, Lars Nootbaar. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. The Cards with a lot of ground to make up, and we're the top half of the 6th. Popped up. Pena puts it away for the out. Digging in, Alec Burleson. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. That's out to center field. Pena on his way over. Brings it in for the third out. Bottom of the sixth inning. And now Ronald Acuna Jr. And first offering is fouled off. On its way to the corner. And a foul ball. That misses. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2
Action
strikes,
in
the
the
count.
St. Louis bullpen. Ryan Fernandez up and throwing. King, a left-hander, also throwing. On the ground to third, and it stays fair.
Now batting.
Now the number
center
2 hitter,
fielder,
Jared Kelenic.
Kelenic.
First
Ball.
pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
In the air, fairly deep to right field. Nootbaar hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting.
So here's Riley. And that's in there for strike one. Man at first, one away. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
This guy's got such a
0-2.
good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down.
Acuna over at first with one away. Got him. Ricky Holiday with the call.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a.
Strike 2.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly
0-2 is the count.
elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Next
Oh,
pitch
that's
off
out.
the plate. Now 1-2. The Braves up big 2. Stays alive. Two outs. And he grounds one to the right side. Gorman tosses to first, and Olsen is set down. Welcome back as we
Leading
take
off
a
for
look
the
at how
Cardinals,
today's starting
second
pitchers have
baseman,
fared so
Nolan
far.
Gorman.
And that's in for a strike.
You can tell by their swings, this lineup is having trouble gauging speeds. Timing is everything in hitting, and right now they just don't have it.
Swing and a miss.
No ball, 2
0-2.
strikes.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can
third
eat you
baseman,
up,
Jordan
saw you
Walker.
off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting.
2 outs,
shortstop,
base is empty.
Mason Wynn.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Mason Wynn. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hit on the ground to the right side. Dives, and he can't hang on. Safe at first as they can't make the play. And now here is Pedro Pajes. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground to the left. They get the force. That ends the frame. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary. On the ground to short. And one away in the bottom of the seventh.
Now batting.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Next one is off the plate. And the count now 2-0.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
On the ground, right side. Gorman throws on to first. 2 up, 2 down. Now here's Trent Grisham, and the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Towards first, but it kicks foul. Lined in the left center, and that should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. That's a double, and he's got a 4-hit day.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitch was a little down, a little bit away, but he committed to it, and his shoulder stayed square to the plate. Didn't try to pull off that ball at all, and that's why it jumped off the bat.
And now it's going to be Jeremy Pena the other way. Nootbaar pulls that one down, and that'll do it. And we're back. We go to the 8th. New pitcher on here, Bryce Elder. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days. On the ground, right side. Chisholm
55.
to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Now the left fielder, Victor Scott. A strikeout and a walk.
Left fielder, Victor Scott.
And ball one.
Ball one,
the Braves up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. Pitch
ball
misses. Ball 2. There's a strike. And now it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Off the plate inside, and it's 3-2. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
On the ground to Jazz. Gets it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here in Atlanta, bottom of the 8th. And now Chadwick Tromp. Liberator back to work. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Ciani moving back for this one. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
Ripped on a line. And there's 2 down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Swings and lines one towards the gap. And no one can get there. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Pulls in with a double. Third hit for him today. Man in scoring position with 2 away. Here is Austin Riley. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. He's got it, and that ends the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's so they turn to their closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Raisel Iglesias.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
And now 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Burleson batting with 1 down, takes a strike. And that's in for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Cardinals now with just 1 out remaining. Here's Nolan Gorman. And that one fouled off. Ground ball right side. And foul ball. This could end it. And a swing and a miss. And that is the ball game.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails. Locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Alaji.